Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome out to a beautiful Merrill Blackburn Field here on the grounds of historic England Air Park, where it's time for baseball at the Burn. Sounds like the opening out here for these guys. Going to turn it over to the PA and get things going here at Grace Christian, and we'll be back with you in just a couple of moments.
Welcome out to beautiful Merrill Blackburn Field here on the historic grounds of England Air Park, where it is time for baseball at the Burn. The Grace Christian Warriors would like to thank all of their 2022 sponsors for making this season a success. As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the restrooms and the concession stands are located in the press box area. Also a reminder, tobacco and tobacco products are forbidden inside the stadium. At this time, if you would please rise, gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And we are back here getting ready as the Rayville Hornets come to town. They will face the Grace Christian Warriors. Rayville off to a 2-3 start. They are ranked number 34 in 2A. Facing the Grace Christian Warriors, come into the season at 8-1. Only lost to Oakdale, and that was, I guess, the second game of the season. So ready to do battle here on this blustery evening. Seems to be the tone when 446 Sports makes their way out to Grace Christian. You see the Warriors making it out onto the field. And coming to the hill is going to be Canyon Wright. Canyon Wright will make his way to the mound today. We'll go over the starters for you. First for the visiting Hornets of Rayville. At shortstop, it's number 4, Nate Reimer. At first base, number 13, B.K. Fulmer. On the hill tonight for Rayville, number 3, J.J. Powell. His battery mate, Blake Clark, number 5, bats cleanup. Designated hitter, number 15, Riley Chappelle. Playing center field, number 7, Kenneth Broussard. Batting 7th and playing second base, number 44, Jeremiah Pate. Right fielder, number 11, Cameron Bolden, bats 8th. And their number 9 hitters, number 1, K.D. Lawrence. He will play third base for them tonight. And playing in left field, number 22, Peyton Thompson. Peyton Thompson, the left fielder for Rayville, will not bat on the evening. For Grace Christian, their leadoff hitter that has been solid for them throughout the year. In center field, number 42, Carson Cordright. Out at shortstop, number 30, Luke Johnson, bat second. We told you previously on the hill for the Warriors, number 10, Canyon Wright. Over at first base, number 25, Seth Cook. That is where Canyon normally patrols, is out at first base with him on the hill. That moves Seth Cook over to first base. Behind the plate, number 35, Cody Davis. Out in right field, number 26, Parker Johnson. At third base, Landon Ami still not back in the lineup, so that puts Philip Cole over at third base. Cooper Cordright, normally out at second base, remains there tonight. He will bat 8th. And designated hitter on the night, Braden Greer. Greer will bat as the designated hitter in the 9 hole, and he will bat for Hayden Gainey. Hayden Gainey gets the start out in left field. I am Doug Gann, bringing you Grace Christian Baseball, and got a microphone from my buddy Chuck Perkins, so he's up in the booth today. Chuck, welcome aboard.
I was wondering what this weird thing is you outfitted my head with today, and I just figured your voice must have got tired last time we were out here, and that or you just heard feedback from everybody wanting to hear some jokes.
Now, they did not, as a matter of fact, but baseball is a long, winding game, and we're ready to get this one going. Warriors, like I said, 8-1 on the season. They've got it on the back of Canyon Wright to get them up at 9-1, and here we go with the first delivery of tonight's contest. That one misses outside. First pitch time, 5:58, so just a couple of minutes early in this one, and everybody that's sitting out in the cold air are happy for that.
It is a little bit blustery out there today.
Canyon delivers his second pitch. It misses outside. Again, always great to get back out to Merrill Blackburn Field here. It's certainly been a long tradition of baseball throughout, as Josh Brown in his 22nd season as the skipper for the Warriors. That one is fouled back, so 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff hitting Nate Reimer, the shortstop for this Rayville team. Again, Rayville had set up for a JV game today, but not enough guys on the roster to get that JV contest in, so we're going, and they appear to be short-staffed as it is. That one hits the outside corner for Wright, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And so, Chuck, yeah, you get your first taste of calling baseball. We've caught a lot of softball. We did a Grace game here last year, I think.
Yeah, we did. We actually did get a good one up here. I think you and Billy were up here at the same time.
Wright delivers that one. It's strikeout number 1 of the day. That's going to send Reimer down on strikes. Had a good cut at it, but unable to get there. And stepping in is going to be the Rayville first baseman, number 13, B.K. Fulmer.
Yeah, but that was a good game we had here last year that I got to be a participant in.
That was out in the outfield. We'll have to do that if it ever warms up again.
That's
out
true.
Here. Wright's delivery, big swing and a miss.
I'd forgotten about the one we did in the outfield. That was a lot of fun.
It was fun getting out of there because it had rained a lot the few weeks prior to that.
Yeah, my heavy truck with no four-wheel drive, it don't stop.
Wright delivers this one. It's up high, but it's strike 2. 0-2 now. The count to Fulmer. Feel like I'm doing a football game. My man Ernie Lott's up in the press box with us, too. So, geez, I've got my entire staff up here. Good to see.
Good, indeed.
0-2 delivery down low by Wright. Fulmer takes that one for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down. That was a strikeout of Reimer just moments ago. Here comes the 1-2. That one is driven out to center field. Camping out under it is Cordright. He'll pull that one in. Again, we talked about it. Continues that long line of solid defensive center fielders for the Warriors. They'll give that F8 if you're scoring at home, and that will bring to the plate J.J. Powell, the pitcher for this Rayville team, who has the task of slowing down this high-octane Grace Christian offense. Wright's delivery swung and popped up. Cook is going to be there in foul territory and is able to pull that one in. So a fly out or foul out to third to the first baseman wraps it up for the Rayville Hornets in the top half of the first. Due up for the Warriors, Cordright, Johnson, and Wright. And we're going to step away for just a moment. We'll be right back at Grace Christian Baseball on 446 Sports.
Eagle Federal Credit Union, located on Camp Beauregard in Pineville, is a full-service credit union. We offer an array of products and services, including checking and savings accounts, auto financing, refinancing, mortgages, and financial literacy. And we can help you with all of your financial needs. Visit our website at eaglefederal.org, call the office at 318-641-3017, or come by our local office and meet our staff. Don't forget to ask how we can help you save up to 2% on your auto refinance.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
And we're back to baseball at the Burn. I am Doug Gannon alongside of Chuck Perkins, getting ready to see what the Warriors can bring to the plate here in the bottom half of the first. Very productive inning defensively for the Warriors as the first batter retired on strikes and then 2 quick outs following that. So Canyon Wright settled into a really, really fine groove.
3 up and 3 down.
Carson Cordright will lead off. He is a center fielder, made the one play out there, the routine catch. He comes in, and good news, bad news situation. Good news is he's batting .520 on the year. Bad news is he's not leading the team. So, you think you're batting .520, you're supposed to be leading the team. But Seth Cook has had a monster season. Both of them are tied with 13 hits, and they lead the team with 13 apiece. That will bring Carson to the plate here. Again, kind of a running joke with his older brother, CJ, who wore number 42. We talked about CJ being the second best 42 to come through Grace Christian now that Carson's hitting the ball like he is. Takes that one outside. Strike one on the, looked like it was just on the black of the plate.
Yeah, that was right on that hugging that corner, but impressive little first throw there by
J.J. Powell on the heel for Rayville. Powell rocks, fires, and delivers this one. That one misses down low. Yeah, it seems like every time we come out here, it's a cold one, and indeed it is again tonight. Powell, the 1-1 delivery, rocks and fires. Righty misses with that one outside, and 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, the crispness of the air tonight is not quite as biting as it was last week when we were here.
Indeed, it was. It certainly was.
Yeah, the little crack in the window that I had to have all my wires come through, I ended up having to put my production box in front of it to try to limit some of that breeze.
Powell with the 2-1 delivery up high. Cordright takes the ball, 3 balls and a strike. Cordright 667 on base percentage, doing what all good leadoff batters should do. He gets on base and he causes chaos when he's out there. Leads the team by far with 19 stolen bases. So Cordright gets on base. You got to figure it's a run for the Warriors. Curveball misses outside, and that's going to be a base on balls to Cordright. And he will make his way down to first base. And got to believe he's going to end up on third pretty soon.
Yeah, he's got some motors underneath him there.
Luke Johnson will step in here, the shortstop for the Warriors. Seems like Luke's been around in this lineup for a lot of years. He got some real good playing time when he was an 8th grader and has just gotten progressively better through the years. Johnson, you'll see from both sides, depending on what the pitcher drops in and throws. Normally, the Warriors are facing the right-handed batters, and that puts Johnson over on the left side. Cordright off and going. Great jump, and no, there won't be a throw. Yeah, he read that. Yeah. That's a lot like Sunday morning with the newspaper. You just sit there and read that as easily as he could.
Yep. I mean, we used to have a coach that used to say, "He gone."
Coach got fired. He doesn't say that anymore.
Oh. No.
1 ball, no strikes. Cordright out at second on the stolen base. That one bounces to the backstop, and Cordright will find his way down to third. Score that a wild pitch.
Almost on cue there, Doug. You said he would be down there in a minute, and it's been almost a minute.
Look, I'm telling you, you spent enough time around the leadoff hitters for this Warrior team through the years. I mean, through the last, I guess what this is 2022, so probably the last 7 years that I've been following the Warriors, 7 or 8 years. Swing and a miss there from Johnson. And if they're sitting in that leadoff spot and they're on first, there's a good chance they'll be at third base rather quickly. Johnson, 2-1, had a good cut at that one. Runner 90 feet away is Cordright. Warriors looking for the first run of the day. Swing and a miss there. Seemed like he got a little bit of a foul tip on it, but Johnson's got that big swing that he's had for, I guess, as long as he's been in the lineup.
Yeah, I heard a little, sounded like a little clip of something there before it heard the snap of the ball in the glove. 2
balls, 2 strike delivery from Powell. That one is ripped down the left field. And Johnson, it's one of the things about Johnson that he's able to do is get an inside pitch and drive it the other way. He's able to do that probably as well as anybody we've seen through the years. Now, don't confuse the fact that he won't turn on one on the inside and pull it down the right field line or the left field line, either way, depending on where he's at. Powell will return the 2-2. That one misses up and way outside, full count. Powell, who has had a real good at-bat against Johnson here, dangerously close to walking another man. Started out 2-0, got a couple of good cuts from Johnson, and now loads the count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tipped that one. Said he did not tip it, then swing and a miss, and that's going to send Luke Johnson down on the strikeout. It'll be scored as a K with a dropped third strike, and then a put out 2 unassisted. And that'll bring Canyon Wright hitting .409 on the young season. Last time he was here, or last time we saw him here, he had that big home run out to near the scoreboard. Chuck, if you remember that one.
Oh, yes, it almost hit our camera. Oh, no, I was on the other side. I was thinking of another one that almost hit our camera.
Yeah, that was last year, the line drive that came to us in left.
Yeah.
Curveball up high, unable to get it to drop down, or more of a slider, I guess that was. Didn't have as much bend on it, but kind of tailed away. Third straight hitter that Powell has went 2-0 on.
Having a rough start on these hitters.
But then seems to find his way back in there. Cordright reached via the base on balls, stolen base out to second, and depending on how they scored here, pass ball shouldn't give him one. Just give him 1 stolen base on that. That one bounces low.
Yep, heard that little skip shot.
Bounces off of that turf that is around home plate area. Sure saves a lot of time and a lot of diamond dust and all of that around home plate area. But don't think they save any out between the bases because that thing just sucks up the water.
Oh, it does.
That one is ground out to the pitcher. Enough to hold Cordright, but the ball is going to be thrown away. That's going to be an E. Got to believe it's an E on the error on the pitcher is the way that they'll score that here. That gets Cordright in. So first run of the game is Cordright and the ball thrown away again, and that's got Wright down at first base on the error. Now, at this point, you got to think you're going to see a courtesy runner as Canyon Wright is out at the pitcher, but I don't know what Brown's going to do here in this one. That will bring Seth Cook, who does lead the way. We talked about that earlier in the game. Leads the way at 565. 13 base hits tied for the lead. Swinging a miss on an inside pitch there, and Powell had went 2-0 on the first 3 batters that he's seen. Cook up swinging first pitch. Wright staying in to run for himself. Good lead, and he's off and running another big jump, but he's going to have to turn and come back. That ball is popped into second, dangerously close to a double play coming, and that ball is thrown away, and that's the only thing that's going to keep Wright back at first base as Brown trying to put on a little bit of a hit and run, and why not with Cook up there, but he misses that one just a bit, pops out to deep second base on that, Chuck.
Been a nice way to push him over to first if they'd have had a drop ball there, because, you know, they couldn't have turned a double on him holding up in the middle, because he was almost standing on second by the time they came down with it.
That will bring to the plate 35, Cody Davis. Davis, the everyday catcher for the Warriors. And so just one run in this one so far. And you got to believe if you're J.J. Powell, the pitcher for this Rayville team, you'll be quite pleased if you can get out holding these Warriors after not really having solid stuff in the bottom of the first. That one misses outside, and again, another batter that Powell has fallen behind 2-0 on. But the Warriors just have not been able to take advantage of it through this, in this bottom half of the first. Have pushed across one run. Right, off and running again, and a throw, albeit not nearly going to be in time, and that gives Canyon Wright the stolen base. Big shout out to the Cordrights that are up in Nashville watching this one, so we appreciate that. That one in there for the strike, so we appreciate the shout out to us there. Glad that you could follow along with it. Here it is 1-0. Runner out at second base is Canyon Wright. 3 balls, 1 strike count to Cody Davis, and that one is outer half. That's strike 2, and you hear the familiar. If you're familiar with Grace Christian baseball at all, you've heard that "come on now" many a time throughout the years. Come on now. Somewhere that ball is up and inside to Cody Davis, and that will put him on the base on balls. Somewhere there's somebody that's heard that in their sleep and can attest to that.
If they've heard it in their sleep, but I'm sure they've definitely mumbled it in their sleep.
That's going to get Parker Johnson, the right fielder, standing in there. He's got runners at first and second, 2 down. Warriors are notoriously dangerous with 2 outs. That one is up and in, and I think that was a gratuitous strike there that was given against Parker Johnson.
Yeah, it looked a little bit high.
Powell standing in there. Rayville in the white pants, gold jerseys. Swing and a miss from Johnson, and he's down quickly 0-2.
Yeah. That one, first one was on the inside. That one he brought to the outside. Just drew him in on that pitch.
Again, if Powell can get out of this inning with just giving up 1 run, that's a win for Rayville. Here's the delivery. That one misses behind the batter, and that's going to move the runners up 90 feet on both occasions. That was behind Parker Johnson.
Almost just had to be careful that bat sticking out behind him because it wasn't far off of it.
One ball, 2 strikes in to Johnson. Swing and a miss there, and that is the strikeout. So the Warriors pick up 1 run on no hits, 1 error, and they leave 2 men on base. After 1 complete, though, it is Grace Christian 1, Rayville 0. We'll be back after this. You're watching Grace Christian Baseball on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. pouring coffee into a light socket, dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo, and hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Burn we go. Leading off here in the bottom half, or top half of the second, is number 5, Blake Clark. Clark, the catcher, comes in after a 3-up, 3-down outing for Rayville in the top half of the first. Warriors did a little bit better. They bat 6 in the bottom of the first, but yet just push across 1 run. Wright delivers that one. It's ground out to shortstop. That's going to be out over there. Good stretch by Cook. Score that 6-3 on the putout.
Good put back on his foot there because he pulled off just a little bit, but he got his foot back on it in plenty of time.
Look, I tell you, the baseball IQ that Seth Cook has, you know that he's going to find that base and just as solid as anybody out at shortstop. Again, a long tradition of great shortstops to come through Grace Christian. Luke Johnson, another one of those. That one right down the middle, strike 1. Right dealing strikes on the mound, and that's what you want out of that. And just as soon as you put the announcer jinx on him, and he throws that one up and away. But
he got 3 ones on the board.
We're going to call that a waste pitch. He was trying to get the batter to chase. He did that on purpose. Wright delivers the 1-1. Misses that one up high. This is Riley Chappelle, the designated hitter. Chappelle, of course, batting in place of left fielder Peyton Thompson. 2-1 delivery from Wright. That one misses down low as well. And quickly, Davis will get up and just go and say, hey, look, just relax, bench back a little, and concentrate and get things going. 3 balls and a strike here. Don't forget, if you're following along with us on YouTube, make sure you go and hit the like and subscribe on there. It takes you a couple of minutes. If you don't have a YouTube account, it's absolutely free. But we'd appreciate it if you found the link over at Facebook. Just go hit that like button on our page. Well, seeing what the official, he called it ball 4.
Okay.
And, Chappelle, I don't think, knew what the count was at that point. Not really certain anybody did.
I was just as confused as the batter and probably one of the officials there, but I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to sit here and mind my business.
First base runner allowed by Wright through 4 outs. Infield at double play depth. There's the delivery. That one is going to be twisted off to the right side and into the dugout. Retrieved there by the catcher, who gets it quickly back in.
If anybody knows the need to get that ball back in quick, it's definitely the catcher.
Right. No balls and a strike, 1 down. Runner over at first is Chappelle. There's the delivery, and again, that one misses outside. Large or lack of strikes this inning for Wright as he sailed along 3 up, 3 down in that first inning for the Warriors.
He almost looks tempted to do a throwback on first there.
Well, I don't think the runner's off is far enough to give him the need for that. Certainly not the lead. You go back and look at the Warriors when they're on the bases. That one's a check swing, but they're going to call that a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're looking at the scoreboard, it's backwards.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Yours is right. No,
okay.
theirs.
That's
Sorry about the one
scoreboard I
out
can
here.
see.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Wright delivers. That one is swung and fouled back, right back where we're at. Count remains at 1-2. 1 down in this one. Leadoff batter ground out to shortstop. That was Clark. Chappelle with the walk has got Kenneth Broussard into the batter's box. Wright takes a glance over at first base. Steadies, comes to the stretch, and delivers. That one is again fouled off to the right-hand side over near the I guess the field that is over there just to the left of the parking that's out back.
Over that first base dugout, first base line dugout.
Again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. They got the scoreboard corrected out there as there was not 2. There's a delivery and a swing and a miss at it. I don't think that was the pitch that Broussard wanted to go after, but he's strikeout victim number 2 on the day. 2 down. The runner at first still there is Chappelle. He reached on the base on balls. That's going to bring Jeremiah Pate, the second baseman, into the batter's box for the Hornets of Rayville. Wright delivers this one, and you hear it bounce up low. And you go back to the lead that the runners are getting. Chappelle over at first base is probably about half the lead that the Warriors are getting off of it. So the one thing, just doing a better job of holding the runner close, or the Warriors shifted over to right. They don't believe that Pate is going to be able to pull the right pitch. And they're pitching him that way as well. So when you see your second baseman, your right fielder shifted over, and your pitcher is throwing the batter away, trying to pitch it into the teeth of the defense, and they don't expect that Pate's going to be able to get around on that canyon right fastball.
What a name, Kenyon Wright.
Oh, he's born to be a baseball player, I can tell you.
Yes, indeed. I got a strike on that.
Ball he hit out of here, still going into a canyon. That last one, it was a bomb last game we saw.
Right?
Right, yes, I know you did. There's the delivery. That one bounces up just shy, and now the runner's hung up. He's going to go, but he's going to be gone down there. Yeah, you got to go and get it right away, because Cody Davis, if you give him a shot to square up and throw at you, he's gonna get you, and indeed he did. Great job. That will bring Pate back up when we start things off in the top of the third, but that'll do it for Rayville. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on after an inning and a half. The Warriors lead at 1-0. Back after this.
Eagle Federal Credit Union, located on Kent Beauregard in Pineville, is a full-service credit union. We offer an array of products and services, including checking and savings accounts, auto financing, refinancing, mortgages, and financial literacy. And we can help you with all of your financial needs. Visit our website at eaglefederal.org, call the office at 318-641-3017, or come by our local office and meet our staff. Don't forget to ask how we can help you save up to 2% on your auto refinance.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Back to the burn we go. Again, you see it. Hit that like and subscribe, and you'll be alerted whenever 446 Sports goes live. We're going to follow the Grace Christian Warriors throughout the bulk of their season. Appreciate those folks that are following along with us on our Boxcast TV, finding out a lot of different things and ways that we go. Chat is turned on, so make sure that you go up there and leave us a comment. Let us know where you're cheering from or who you're rooting for. That one,
wow,
bounces low and up back where we're at. Philip Cole comes in. Again, we told you Philip over at third base normally plays left field for these Warriors, but the last few games, I guess it's been about 10 games now, or 10 days, that Ami has been on the shelf with. He rolled up his ankle going into third base the last time we were here.
Oh, that's right.
Powell delivers that one up and inside. Quickly, 2 balls, no strikes to Cole. Cole not having as productive as a season as he would like at the plate, but looking to take that one inside and does. Batting average not really there for Cole, but his on-base percentage is about 3 times his batting average, and you like that out of the 8-9 bottom part of the lineup, and Cole draws his 11th walk of the season. 3 base on balls now.
Now batting for Grace Christian, 8th grader number 11, Cooper Cordright.
And, you know, I don't know if we need to really do this with on Boxcast, but I guess on YouTube TV, we don't own the rights to these songs, but, you know, that's a pretty good PA announcer out there.
That's right. He's been at it a long time. And again, another, whatever they're getting off of this pitcher who's not looking at first base, that's Cole down to second base with another stolen base. And that's his 6th stolen base of the season for Cole. Has been thrown out just 1 time. But anytime you can get production out of the lower half of the lineup is solid, because you get ready and turn it back over to those big hitters for this Warrior team. That one is taken there for a strike. That's Cooper Cordright, the 8th grader, out at second base.
See him there on the screen, just out past the pitcher there. Shot allows us to do that.
Powell's delivery is up and inside, and Cordright has to get out of the way of that one. Good old days, you're allowed just to stand there and hang in there and take that one. But now they want you to get out of the way of stuff.
Yeah, even with the helmet on, you get hit in the head with a ball coming in there like that. That's kind of rattles you a little bit.
Look, we've talked about this before, but old Jacob Ladner's coaching out at first base, and he looked like Darth Vader walking to the plate with all of the gear on the sides, and he followed along with Connor McLaughlin, who did the same thing prior to him, would wear the big gear and just stand in there, and you had to throw it where they were going, or you were going to hit them.
Oh, wow.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Stepping off is Powell, and he's got to readjust himself on there. A lot of pitchers have a hard time adjusting to that mound here at Grace Christian. Here's the delivery from Powell. That one up and inside as well, and that fills the count up. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cordright. Cordright, yes, the younger brother of Carson Cordright. Goes without saying. There's the delivery, and that is the second base on balls of the inning. So Powell has thrown 4 bases on ball, 1 error, and has just given up the 1 run.
Freshman number 2, Braden Greer.
It's going to bring Braden Greer. First time that we've seen him. He's filled in a designated hitter for the Warriors since Ami went out with a rolled ankle. And so that brings Greer up, who's DHing. Remember, Gainey got the start out in left field, but now Greer will come in and bat with runners at first and second. Big gap over in right center if Greer can turn and pull one there towards that scoreboard. And the outfield playing very, very shallow.
Yeah, even if he could pull it down the right field line, that's a beautiful shot. You do have that big gap there in right center, but
you got another big one left center that's there. It looks like they're playing him, and this is a strange formation. playing him down the lines, and then the center fielder shaded over to right center. So because the right fielder shaded more towards the line in that dark area, that gives a gap there. But again, they're shading the line, which gives the center fielder just a ton of room.
I always love that Jeopardy song when they go out there, because the reason for it is not so much the song, but it's actually a 30-second time limit, so the umpire knows that it's time to go out there and say, hey, shake it up, let's go. At least that was my way of helping them.
And if you don't think the umpires listen to the music, play something that that leads them to believe you disagree with their call. In all my years of doing PA and music, I never got thrown out as a PA announcer or the music guy. I was warned twice. Oh. And so when you get that, you take it. Two balls, no strikes. This is Greer standing in from the left side. Powell delivers this one, and that is ball 3. Powell running out of gas here in the bottom of the second. Again, he's walked the first 2 batters that he's faced. 4 overall, yet just 1 run. But if you walk this one, you load the bases up for Cordright. And that's indeed what's going to happen here. And this is trouble if you're J.J. Powell and this Rayville Hornets team, because you're bringing one of the hottest hitters on this Warrior team up with the bases full of Warriors.
Junior number 42, Carson Cordright.
Yeah, we heard from Mom Nicole up in Tennessee tonight watching along, and I know that she's nervously watching what Carson is able to do here with the bags full of Warriors. Powell delivers from the windup, misses outside. 5 walks on the afternoon for Powell. Again, the 1 base runner reached on an error, and still just one run for the Warriors, but you got the feeling that they're about to bust through here in the bottom of the second. Powell rocks back from the windup and delivers. Misses outside. And you got to think this may be Powell's last batter, as I don't know how the depth of pitching is for Rayville. Suspect, I got to believe, as I said, at 2-3 on the season. Powell delivers this 2-0 pitch. Bounces that one up there, not close, 3-0. And Cordright just a ball away from an RBI walk here.
Yeah, Powell's kind of struggled ever since the first pitch of this inning, coming out and hitting it halfway between the mound there.
Powell delivers up high, ball 4. Consecutive walks for Cordright in his 2 at-bats. That will bring Phillip Cole around to score. The Warriors' second run of the game, give an RBI to Cordright, and you're at the top of the order, and you're continuing to have batters step up that hammer the baseball with the bases loaded. And Johnson, see if they leave the gap out in left center, and they do, and that could be trouble. That won't be, because that hit right off the shoe. An RBI hit by pitch for Luke Johnson, and that will bring Cooper Cordright around to score.
Hornets coach is going out to the mound for a visit. Look, he's raising his hand already.
Yeah, you run into, so that is now 4 straight walks and then a hit by pitch. And Powell with no idea, really unable to get adjusted here in this second inning. Had a decent first inning, hold the Warriors to just 1 run. But that's going to bring in, and we'll have to see who that is that's going to the hill for Rayville. When he turns around, we'll try to get a number on him.
14? No.
Number 22, Peyton Thompson, who is coming in out of left field. Left field, a big, tall right-hander is going to do it. We're going to step away for just a minute, take a quick break. This one will just be 30 seconds. We'll be back to Grace Christian Baseball on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Got a little business going here at the Burn as Grace Christian has put across a couple of runs without swinging the bat once. They, as a matter of fact, looking down my sheet, have no hits on the day through, albeit just one inning, but it goes back to the fact they've got 3 runs on the board in this one and looking dangerously close to getting more as you bring Canyon Wright in to face Peyton Thompson. Oftentimes, what you see in a situation like this is the coach has told them, said, look, we've walked 4 in a row. We've hit a batter. They've scored 2 runs. Throw strikes for me. And you got a kid that's sitting dead red on the fastball and who's up there not interested in this type of a game, not interested, I believe, Chuck, in sitting and taking till he get a strike. I believe if he sees first ball fastball, that he's looking to light it up via the grand slam.
I agree. I think he's going to, and the coach is probably at this point going to give him the green light to go ahead and turn and go on it, buddy.
Well, he's your 3-hole hitter. If you can't give it to 3 or 4, who do you give it to, you know? Yeah. So he says, look, if you see your pitch, you turn on it and give it a ride. Well, that is first base, or freshman, normal first baseman, now pitcher, Canyon Wright in this one, hitting .409 on the season. Reached on an error by the first baseman. Had a stolen base back in the first. And he's looking first pitch fastball as Thompson looks to establish the strike zone. Here's the delivery.
Yeah, he had that leg reared up and ready to go.
Takes that one outside. Now you got to be careful if you're Thompson not to try to guide one in there for a strike.
That's just true.
Got to rear back and throw. Here's the delivery.
Struggling to find the plate.
Not wanting to groove anything here, but nowhere to put Wright by any means. Nobody down here, bottom of the second. Thompson delivers the 2-0. That one is inside, but taken for strike 1 and not the pitch that Wright wanted, so he's going to keep that one in his pocket.
Yeah, I think somebody's convinced him there's a canyon over that right field wall.
Here's the delivery from Thompson. Inside, that's an RBI hit by pitch to Wright, and that's, you miss a couple of times outside, you turn and try to get it inside. The first one wasn't inside that much, but that brings Greer around to score. Give an RBI to Wright on a hit by pitch. So he's got an RBI, and he's 0 for 1 on the day. That will bring to the plate Seth Cook. Cook batting cleanup for the Warriors and pretty much doing anything that you ask of the young man. He's over at first base tonight. And that one is lifted foul. Cook flew out to second base in the first as part of that, what we can only feel was a hit and run. Cook is tied for the lead in base hits with the team at 13. 1 home run, 21 RBI on the year, and batting .565. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss, and he was looking to add on 4 RBI at that time.
Impressive little fastball you got there.
Indeed. Now you've got 0-2 to Cook. Bases loaded. Still nobody down in the bottom of the second. Warriors have scratched across 3. That hits him, and that's an RBI hit by pitch. 3 consecutive hit by pitch RBI for the Warriors, and that's got to be some sort of record. Cody Davis, the catcher, he reached via the base on balls earlier in the first inning. So the Warriors have 5 runs through an inning plus and have yet to record their first base hit. They've been hit with the baseball more than they have hit the baseball on this evening.
Yes, this is true.
That one
That
inside.
almost
Good, solid fastball from Thompson.
got some heat. He's just got to get the control and put it in the, paint the spot for him.
Cordright out at third, Johnson at second, Canyon right over at first. There's a dribbler up the middle. Got a chance and going to be safe. They'll call that error on the shortstop, allowing Davis to reach, so he's 6 if you're scoring at home. Another runner comes around to score.
Step again for the Warriors, senior number 26, Parker Johnson.
Parker Johnson will come to the plate. He has one of the outs for the Warriors. He ended the first inning, as a matter of fact. Thompson delivers a good fastball, swing and a miss from Johnson. Jokingly talked about miking Coach Brown up a little bit. And with our ambiance, Mike, I don't think we really need to.
No, sir.
Here's a delivery from Thompson. That one takes a bit of the shin of Johnson, and 4 consecutive. No, you had the one in the middle on the error just a moment ago. So hit by pitch and an RBI to Parker Johnson, and that will bring Phillip Cole up, who walked and scored, to lead things off here in the second. You can ill afford any other of the Warriors to go down. They are probably the slimmest roster that I've seen through the years. They've got about 18 players. Good hand for Johnson as he starts to walk down towards first. And he'll stay in the game. He's got one of the toughest guys to come through, Grace, on his right side in Coach Ladner. Tells him, come on, just rub some dirt on it. Let's go.
Dirt, as they used to say.
Look, that's the problem with these guys that have played through the dirtbag years of the Warriors coaching for you, because they don't take a minute off. They get you into the box and get you going on it.
Little trot down first base line there and to the outfield.
That got him in a bad spot, though, right on the front of the shin, I think is what it looked like on there.
Like it's right below that kneecap area.
Good to see Johnson up and running on there. Again, we said that will bring Phillip Cole in. Cole led things off here in the bottom of the second. So the Warriors have batted around. Nobody down, 6 runs across for the Warriors, and it's 7-0 in this one. A walk and a run scored for Cole. Warriors yet to record their first base knock.
I think he said if he wanted to take shots to the shin, he'd have played soccer instead of baseball.
Right? That one inside to Cole. He's seen 5 pitches this inning, and all 5 have been balls.
Well, we are playing baseball.
7-0 Warriors with the lead, bottom of the second. We've played an inning plus in this one. That one misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And we were concerned about the arms of Rayville as they came and made the trip down here to Alexandria. Good fastball there. We saw some potential out of the fastball of Peyton Thompson when he was warming up. He's thrown 2 or 3 of them good for strikes, but has just had an issue finding the strike zone.
Consistency.
Thompson back and delivers inside. 3-1 the count to Phillip Cole, looking to get his second base on balls of this inning. And that's one thing that's always been characteristic of that one on the outside corner, strike 2, fills the count up 3-2. This Warrior team has always been patient. You just got to wonder if they're going to start expanding the strike zone just a little bit. Full count delivery from Thompson. Can't expand it there. That one is up and in, and Cole trots on down to first base. He'll get an RBI now in his second base on balls, and that's going to bring Cooper Cordright up for his second at-bat. But quickly, Coach is heading out. and that's going to close the door on Peyton Thompson. Look like they're bringing their center fielder now, Kenneth Broussard, in. We'll step away. We'll be back in just a moment to recap things for you where we're at. We sit in the bottom of the second. Nobody down. Warriors have pushed across 7 runs. They lead 8-0. Still yet to record a base hit in this one, are the Warriors. But base hit, who needs them? We'll be back after this on 446 Sports.
Eagle Federal Credit Union, located on Kent Beauregard in Pineville, is a full-service credit union. We offer an array of products and services, including checking and savings accounts, auto financing, refinancing, mortgages, and financial literacy. And we can help you with all of your financial needs. Visit our website at eaglefederal.org, call the office at 318-641-3017, or come by our local office and meet our staff. Don't forget to ask how we can help you save up to 2% on your auto refinance.
Back to baseball at the Burn. I am Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. And, this one getting away from Rayville early on in this one, Chuck, just unable to throw strikes.
Yeah, they really are. They're struggling. And, I mean, they're on, pitcher number 3 now. So just, fielding as many as they can to see if they can find somebody to put the ball there so they can make a play on it. But he's looking like he's going to struggle a little bit with the high pitch here.
And look, you look up and down this lineup, and you don't know. Again, we talked about it. There's 18 listed players on the roster. Generally, a Josh Brown coach team through Grace Christian has had, 28 to 30 players on their roster at any given time. And then you've got Landon Ami, who is on the shelf with a rolled ankle, not playing in this one. So that puts you down to 17 on your roster, and got to believe you're going to start seeing some of those younger players in this one. Although there's only a couple other players with at-bats for the Warriors, so we'll keep an eye on some players for possibly their first at-bats of their Warriors season. Chuck, just a tough night for Rayville.
It really is. They are from which I'm trying to think what part of the state Rayville. I've seen it, but I don't know if it's at north?
Monroe area.
Monroe area, okay.
Isn't that right? Rayville's up near the Monroe. Yeah.
Okay. There's I used to work with somebody that was from, this was like when I was in Gonzales working, and they were from Rayville, and that's why my immediate thought was there, but they grew up in that north area.
All right, back to action here. Cooper Cordright will stride in.
Doug, I bought a book the other day. I was meant to tell you, too.
Cordright playing second base tonight. He has walked and scored a run in this one. Folks that are new to the broadcast, you'll notice Chuck asks a lot of questions that I don't respond to. Trust me when I tell you there's good reason. You just don't let things fester like that.
I was just saying that.
8-0 in this one. Warriors with the lead. There's a ground ball back up the middle. Got a shot, and that's going to be another error out at shortstop. And another run will come across. And that will be the 8th run of the inning, make this 9-1. And that's going to bring freshman Braden Greer in. He walked and scored a run earlier in this one. And again, here you are getting close to flipping that lineup over again and getting back up to Cordright and Johnson and Wright and Cook and those guys. Bases loaded.
There you go.
That strike is thrown by Broussard. First baseman playing very in. That's in. That is Powell over at first. Got to be careful there with the right-handed hitting Greer.
Yeah.
The left-handed hitting Greer. That one's there for the strike as well. And so coming in and throwing strikes here is Broussard after that first. And had a good pitch on the one before. Should have been an out, but that was the second error out at shortstop this inning. That one just able to stay alive from Greer.
What I was going to tell you is I bought a book the other day on
folks, I apologize for this ahead of time, just so you know. Go ahead, Chuck.
But I bought a book the other day on human anatomy, but someone had already removed the appendix out of it.
You see, that's what I try to warn you guys listening at home to just turn your ears. Oh, Sonia Cook out there checking in with us on on chat. We appreciate that. She's one of those that comes to the ballpark and has the earbuds in and listens just so she can give me grief during the game, not only during it but afterwards too. So appreciate you following along, Sonia. Sonia, of course, the mother of Seth Cook.
Well, I like to think she was tuning in for the fine comedy hour I would have here.
No, that's not what she was doing at all.
Well, she tuned in
8
just in
runs
time.
here in the second. Still nobody down. 9-0. Warriors have a big lead and looking for more as you're dangerously close to getting the top of this Warrior order back to action. That one missing way outside. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Had some curve on that one sliding on out there.
He's got good whip on that fastball and does cause a lot of movement out of it. Kenneth Broussard coming out of center field to take the mound. Oh, that's a nasty little curveball.
Wow. Misses
inside. That looked really good. That was a beautiful 2-2 pitch. Full count here. This could change things up a little bit for Broussard if he's able to get a strikeout here perhaps. That one is lifted foul and out of play. Look down there and see as you look that way towards the dugout, you're always apt to see some of that Grace Christian alumni down there.
We're going to have to work on getting the camera down that angle.
That one's up and away. RBI second base on balls this inning for Greer, and that's going to bring back to the top of the lineup and Carson Cordright.
Junior number 42, Carson Cordright.
I think we had a Josh Gann sighting down there earlier. Played on that state championship team with Coach Ladner and those guys.
Gann, that name sounds familiar.
Gann, right.
It's a very popular family name.
He did play center field for these Warriors. And actually cooked his dad a steak last night, too, just to throw that out there for all those. Has no bearing on this game whatsoever, but when your son grows up and cooks you the first steak in his own house, that's a big accomplishment.
What kind of steak was it? What cut of beef was it?
Medium rare, that's what it was.
Oh, just tasty.
It was a ribeye. And so now for truth in advertising here, I brought the steak myself. But he cooked it, so I'll take that. But baby steps.
And he cooked it good.
He did. Yes, he did. 2 balls, no strikes to Cordright. That one is there, outer half, strike 1. Cordright looking at that one the entire way, was not swinging. Very disciplined at the plate is Carson. And this thing is ground to a slow down here in the bottom of the second. Cordright pushes that one foul and out of play, just hanging on. That swing was set up by the previous one that was called a strike on the outer half. Cordright had to go up and protect.
Yeah, and not to call this ugly, but he's the pitcher out there now. He's done really well coming in.
In fact, he is. He's throwing the ball well.
And really snapping it in there.
Here's the delivery from Broussard. That one misses out away.
There's my jinx, I guess.
And another full count delivery. And this Rayville team unable to find consistency on the mound tonight, and that makes for a difficult evening against a team that is patient like the Warriors are. Better success comes when you have a free swinging team. That one again tipped foul. Good piece of hitting by Cordright.
I think it's just kind of one of those hack swings just to get a piece of it.
Staying alive.
Yep. Not so sure that the strike zone hadn't been expanded, so you kind of got to have a staying alive shot at every once in a while just to make sure you don't.
You do, because you still don't want to lose your discipline, but you got to protect. Here's the full count delivery again. That one is ground up the middle towards second base. Fielded there and bobbled around, and no out is going to be made. They're going to rule that E4. And
he only pulled one across. Okay.
Yeah, coming around to score there, another Warrior, and that is 10 runs. Johnson hit by a pitch, reached on an error, hit with a pitch earlier in this inning. He had an RBI hit by a pitch, and I've said it, and I've got to say it again. The Warriors have 11 runs and have yet to get a base hit on the evening.
Yeah.
That one on the outer half. Johnson will take that one, in fact, and watch over things. And you pitch Johnson that way, he's apt to put it down the left field line. Here's the delivery from Broussard. That one is in, and that one's driven out to center field, going way back. Ball is caught out in center field for the first out. Runners will hold at second and first, but that will bring Cooper Cordright around to score. And so the first out of the inning on probably one of the better swings that Luke Johnson has had, but he flies out to center field. And now 11 runs across for the Warriors. That brings Canyon Wright. Runners now at first and second as a runner from third came around to score, and that one is thrown outside and against the backstop. Runners will advance 90 feet. And the only thing you see in that one, just held on to that fastball a little bit longer. When you see one miss and it doesn't really have a chance on it, young man just held on to it a little long. He throws the ball with a lot of velocity. I'm very impressed with the arm of Kenneth Broussard. But, again, he gets to start out in center field, so it's something you expect him to have one of the better arms. That one right back up the middle, first base hit of the night is Canyon Wright. That will bring one run in, and another one coming around to score. Throw is there.
There he goes on to second.
Ball is going to get past the catcher, and that will get Wright down to second. So Canyon Wright with a base hit.
Right on down to second, huh?
And give him 2 RBI on the night. He's got 3 RBI total, does Canyon Wright. And he gets second on the throw. And you're going to now see a courtesy runner out there for him.
I know he's got to feel better because his last at bat, the ball found the center of his back, right about the numbers.
Trying to get an eye on who the courtesy runner is. Wesley Kurtz out to run at second base. Kurtz, K-E-R-T-Z. If you're scoring at home, Wesley Kurtz. 13 runs across from the Warriors. This one sits at 14-0. And that is Seth Cook now standing in. Takes that one outer half, gets into the batter's box on the other side, and it's called ball 1.
Got to think that the Rayville's coach has told the pitcher, don't worry about anybody. Well, it's his first look back on the base.
That one is lifted foul, first base side, and out of play.
But anyway, I was thinking, he had to tell him that, look, I'm not worried about what's on base. Just throw the ball and just get it in there. Let's make a play. Give our team a chance to make some.
Well, in parts of this in the game, what you're focusing on is trying to build any kind of momentum you have from pitch to pitch. That ball is going to get away, and that's going to send the courtesy runner Kurtz down to third following that pass ball. Coach from Rayville coming out again to discuss with the catcher a little bit, making sure that pitcher and catcher are on the same page here. Again, if you're following along on YouTube, we'd love it if you would like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and you'll find out whenever we are going live. Congratulations to our most recent subscriber, Mike Marler. That was good stuff.
Yeah, and that does work, by the way, because right when we started this one, bingo, there it showed up on my screen.
A lot of times, one of our very first subscribers, that delivery taken up high. One of our very first subscriber was head coach and athletic director Thomas Bachman over at Alexandria Senior High. And every now and then we go live, he'll pop up and send me a picture of what he's watching on his big screen. You know, with these smart TVs, that one, I guess he's calling that a strike.
Yeah, kind of snaked across that the black part of the plate there on that top right corner.
Yeah, if you say so. 14-0 in this one. That one tomahawked up and out of play. Cook just not wanting to fall victim to a strike called out of the zone on him. And that's the bad thing about games like these, and the strike zone is expanding. As a batter, you don't want to just sit there and get a strikeout. You're up there hacking, and you're swinging at some bad pitches. That one misses outside, and that's going to send Cook down to first. Brown holding the runners at third, so no play there at the dish.
Any prediction that he'll end up on second shortly?
I got to believe he's going to be there pretty quick. Score that catcher's indifference, I think. I don't think. Do they give him a stolen base for that, Marler? They shouldn't. And he's off and going. But look, that's as good a jump as they've had all the way back to Carson Cordright in the very first inning when he was off and running and getting things going. So whether there's throws or not throws, these Warriors are taking advantage and getting after it. And look, they're going to continue to put the runs on because in baseball, you try to get the games over as quick as you can.
Yes.
And mercy rules start to come into play after 3 and 5 innings. Gentlemen's agreements at 3, and in 5, there's a 10-run rule after 5. Good pitch, but that missed up high. It was a good-looking curveball.
It really was. Very impressive arm he's got.
The problem you run into with a long, 45-minute to an hour or so inning that we're in right now, bottom half, is your pitcher Canyon Wright, who has been just sitting idly. And, you take, roughly 30, 40 minutes to warm up as a pitcher prior to your first start coming out. And then you turn around and you've sat now for close to an hour of actual time.
Yeah, other than just running, to second once.
Swing and a miss there.
I retired that one.
And that strikeout number 2 on the day for this Rayville team.
Senior number 26, Parker Johnson.
Good to see Parker back in there batting. Remember, he was hit down on the shin at the first part of this inning.
Much to his chagrin.
And down to first base he went, but it was difficult there. Saw him running up and down the line between first base and the foul pole. That one misses outer half. 1 ball, no strikes. 13 runs across for the Warriors. Scored 10 of those, 11 of those before the first out was recorded. But Broussard has come along and thrown the ball pretty decent. I'm very impressed with the arm of what was the center fielder, now the pitcher in this one. He is 1-1 on the count.
And I've been watching him. It seems like he's got a little swagger in his step on these throws. A little smooth left and right movement instead of when he first got up there, it was like real rigid and throw and get going. But he seems to have settled in a little bit here.
A lot of it is getting used to that mound and getting comfortable on that mound. It seems to be a little higher than what most guys throw. Misses that one just as soon as we give him a little bit of kudo. He misses that one. Runners out at second and third. 14-0, 13 across in this inning. That one is roped out there. Second base hit of the day for the Warriors. 15th run comes across. Here's a play at the plate for the other one. Nope, they'll cut it off. Now May out at second, going down, safe there. And that is a 2 RBI double. We'll give him a single and a base and a
stolen base?
No, give him a single and give him second base on the throw.
That's right.
But good to see Parker come up and respond well with that base hit. Philip Cole now strides in. Warriors have put up 15 in the bottom of the second. And they lead this one 16-0. First one there for a strike, and this brings up, we said, Philip Cole. Philip Cole, third baseman tonight for the Warriors. Looked about to be in the same spot as that last pitch was, but this one is called ball 1. 1-1. 2 down here for the Warriors. They've put up 15 in the second alone. Swing and a miss from Cole. He's quickly down 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can hear over the mic the wind blowing that's out there. Broussard delivers this one outside. No good there. Keep an eye on our YouTube or our Facebook page, and we'll let you know when we're going to be back here with Grace Christian. We've got to post up a schedule for the games that we will have from out here. That one twisted foul and out of play down the right field line. We'll be out here 6 games in the regular season and then follow the Warriors throughout the playoffs in their run to Sulphur. Except the schools won't be in Sulphur this year. The select schools will be. So they're changing that up just a little bit.
And that advanced the runner from second to third.
Got to believe, though, that the folks, whenever we say they're going to Sulphur, have an idea of what we mean in that. You see the shirts that say we play for May. That one driven out foul. Good at bat for Philip Cole here.
Yep, staying alive.
Fighting off a lot of payoff pitches. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 16-0 Warriors with the lead, bottom second. Cole fouls another one off.
Got to think he'd like to see an RBI since got one on third now.
Powell, who originally started this game on the hill, is over at first base. Broussard came out of center field to pitch. Base on balls there, and that's a good job of Philip Cole to fight off strikeout pitches and draw the walk in this one. This was he battled for that walk. That wasn't one of those that you go out and it's just a 4 or 5 pitch walk. He had to earn that one, and we're going to see a pitching change once again. And coming in to pitch for Rayville will be Dontavius Lenore. Dontavius Lenore, Lenore, number 18, to the hill. And we're going to take our break. We'll be back for Grace Christian Baseball here on 446 Sports.
Eagle Federal Credit Union, located on Kent Beauregard in Pineville, is a full-service credit union. We offer an array of products and services, including checking and savings accounts, auto financing, refinancing, mortgages, and financial literacy. And we can help you with all of your financial needs. Visit our website at eaglefederal.org, call the office at 318-641-3017, or come by our local office and meet our staff. Don't forget to ask how we can help you save up to 2% on your auto refinance.
Back to baseball at the Burn we go. I'm Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. And so a very short-lived title reign for my man Mike Marlar as the newest subscriber. He has been dethroned on that. Herb Bruce is our newest YouTube subscriber, and he says, hey, Doug, your newest subscriber here. And he made some ugly reference to Martin. No, he didn't. I'm kidding. I kid. He said, your newest subscriber here, watching while home with the flu. Great job, buddy.
Yes.
So we appreciate that. Herb Bruce, the new general manager over at KALB. And so, look, Herb, there's an opportunity for us just to put some of these games that 446 Sports does on your channel there. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know,
so
great commentator.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, but better jokes, you know.
Sonia
Crickets.
Cook chimes back in and she says, Chuck, stick to producing. No, she didn't. That was all me. That was Doug that said that, just so we know. So now this is one of those games that got away from Rayville in the second inning. And this is now the third pitcher of the inning that we've seen for this Rayville Hornets team. Hornets will fall to 2-4 on the season, and the Warriors will go to 9-1. Big weekend of baseball coming up for Grace Christian as they go down to Gaydon for that tournament.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Gaydon.
Yeah, they'll head down there. Got some big baseball. This is Cooper Cordright standing there, the 8th grade hitting second baseman.
And we
strides
are now at the
in.
bottom of the second.
Runners at Runners at the corners here.
Little timeout called for a moment.
This, again, is Dontavius Lenore that has come in to pitch for Rayville. That one down low misses. Just the one run for the Warriors, and it'd been a strange night tonight. It's been they continue just 2 base hits tonight. Both have come in this inning. That one taken up high, but it is strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, bottom of the second. We play. Just a cold night. It makes it tougher and tougher on that team sitting out there in the field, the Rayville Hornets. That one is up high. And this would be the aforementioned expanded strike zone that you hear so much about.
Yeah, I saw them. I thought they were doing calisthenics out there, but that hand motion out to the right and left and up and down, that's exactly what that meant.
And Cooper doing a good job of adjusting to that. That was normally one that he would have let go inside, but he does takes a hack at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. By expanding that strike zone, you know the guys up there at the plate are having to hack just a little bit more. Here's the delivery. That one lifted down and foul out of play, back off to the right side over the first base dugout. Once again, I don't think it'll make the street, find its way in that grass that nestles between the first base dugout and the actual fence that you walk along where you would get to the hitting cage. It's down outside the right field area. Old tennis court used to be there, and now the Keith Stokes hitting facility is out there.
Ooh.
That one is tipped back foul. Another good at-bat for the lower half of the lineup. Cole got him a big walk out of there after battling back and fouling off a lot of pitches. Cooper Cordright doing the same thing.
I believe that one ricocheted off the catcher's helmet there.
Here's the delivery. That one misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Doug, I know most of the ball games have where you have to play 5 innings, but typically it's 15 after 5. But they can have, like you said, that gentleman's agreement. So be curious to see if they actually made that for
10 after 5 is the rule in there. So if the home team is ahead, there's a drive. Foul ball out to left down the line. If the home team is ahead after 4.5 innings by 10, then they'll call it. But we've seen some games that are similar to this. You get to the 3rd inning and let the home team or the visiting team bat. This is one of those nights you're thankful that you're at Merrill Blackburn Field and you're not the visitor, because then you would be forced to get that next at bat in there.
Yes.
These teams have the opportunity after the top of the 3rd to just say if Rayville doesn't do anything, because you got to believe with just 11 on the roster, 12 that they've got listed here, running through a lot of arms, and it's a cold night, and it's a long trip back up to where they're going.
Yeah, it's 52 on the Mickey Mouse I have on my wrist, but last week.
Mickey's out of his mind. It's colder than that.
You think it's colder than 52?
I think Mickey's got mouse-itis or something. I don't know what he's got, but I don't think that's a thing, is it?
Well,
no, it's not.
It is not as cold as it was last game we were here, though.
Same temperature where we're at.
No.
3 balls, 2 strikes. That one bounces up to the plate, and that will draw a walk for Cooper. Courtright will make his way down to first base, loads the bases back up for freshman Braden Greer. Looking over getting the batting gloves situated, ready to go. He'll step in from the left side. 2 walks this inning for Braden. He has forced in a run and has scored a couple. Here comes the delivery. Swing and a miss there as Greer seemed to kind of pull off of that swing just a little bit.
You got a slower delivery coming in, though, too.
Stepped out and pulled off of that one. Now checks the wristband off his right wrist. Looking to, don't expect he's bunting. Perhaps pulling back to slash. No, they're laying it down. And look, I'm going to just tell you that anybody that's questioning that was that's practicing, and it was leading to saying, hey, let's see what we can work on. By no means were they trying to squeeze across a run more than just give the out, I think is what they were doing there. 15 runs for the Warriors in the bottom half of the second. 2 base hits, 3 errors. They leave the bases loaded. 16-0 after 2. We'll be back for the top of the third on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hall. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to baseball at the Burn, and you see Cooper Cordright finishing up his warm-up pitches. Day is done for Canyon Wright, and we figured it would be with the long time that he sat out there.
Yeah, that's got to be rough. You know, you get warmed up and you get going, and then you know, the length of that inning, like you talked about earlier, just kind of, it's probably a dangerous thing to go back out there and try to do it.
Jeremiah Pate, the second baseman, coming up for his first at-bat of the game, as we are an hour and 20 minutes into, actually an hour and 20 minutes into this game, and the 7-hole hitter.
Ooh, that tipped off his bat.
With his first at-bat.
Call it or not.
Let's see what they're calling the umpire back here. I guess he's going to call that 1-1 strike. We'll have to see. The scoreboard not updated either.
Might have been obligatory.
Courtright throws that one right down the pipe. So at any rate, it's 1-2 strikes. We know that. Yep, and there's the sign from the official.
That would be the official sign, right?
Yes. 1-2 strikes, Courtright delivery, up high, 2-2.
Not as forgiving on the strike zone at this point for the Warriors.
Well, if it's close and not high, I think you got a better shot. But those that the catcher's got to stand up. There's a swing and a miss. He fouls that one off, though. So not complete miss, just got a piece of it. Choked way up on the bat is Jeremiah Pate.
Toeing the line in the box too.
There's the delivery, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for Courtright. Strikeout victim number 3 on the day for Rayville. Just the one base runner reached, and then he was caught stealing. So the Warriors have faced the minimum through 2 1/3. Swing and a miss there from number 11, Cameron Bolden.
Uber Eats coming in.
Inside and just off the hands of Bolden. Have to be careful. That one up high. Looking, and yeah, quickly Cody Davis is going to go out there and let his young pitcher know, said, hey, look, you're not finishing, you're not following through with your delivery. He stayed pretty upright with that delivery that he had, and that's going to keep wherever your upper half of your body is going to go. That's generally where the ball is going to go.
Yes, sir.
Good job of finishing that time, and that was and he finished down on the ball. And you saw the difference if you look back at the different screens at the way that Cordright finished down. Swing and a miss, strikeout number 2 for Cordright. And the Warriors have struck out 3 Hornets in a row dating back to the top of the second.
Some hour and a half, 2 hours ago.
K.D. Lawrence stepping in, the third baseman. That one misses down low. And ball 1.
Got to be careful not to hold on to it too long, too. This point for him. Overcorrecting.
Coming in, Cooper Cordright making quick work thus far. That one misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 strikeouts out of 2 hitters faced for Cooper Cordright. Here's the delivery from Cordright. Swing and a miss. Good looking hack by Lawrence, but pulled his head out and unable to get a piece of the bat on it. Cordright exclusively out of the stretch with nobody on. Now 3-1 to the batter Lawrence, who is hitting out of the 9-hole. That one is in there. And there's only 2 strikes. Umpire with a good ring up. Unfortunately, just a tad early.
I heard the strike 3, if you could hear it over the microphone as well.
And that's a walk. So
wow.
The first time ever I've seen a batter get rung up and walked in the same at bat. But I'm going to tell you, that was a pretty solid strikeout call.
Yeah, he was
on strike 2.
He was pretty happy to call that one.
Gets us back to the top of the order. And that is number, they've got Tyler Robinson has made his way in there. So Tyler Robinson will hit. That's another base on ball. Second base runner that has reached for Rayville tonight. Ball misses inside. And a look tells us 1-0 on your scoreboard. Louisiana Eye and Laser Center scoreboard up in the top right-hand corner. That's a swing and a miss. Quick shot down to first, but Lawrence had not drifted off enough. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out away from seeing if the gentleman's agreement is on. Oh, and they're gonna another shot at him, and Lawrence is taking a little bit of extra lead after the catcher Davis has it. And didn't work out well for the young man that was caught stealing early. Inside and knocked down, I guess, if you will, was Robinson.
Had to drop down below that one.
3 balls and a strike. The count. Cordright, that one right back up the middle. Going to be fielded out at second. Over to short in time for the out. Okay. We're all going to be gentlemen about this, and they are. That's going to wrap things up here. 16-0, your final score. Warriors combine 3 pitchers, 2 pitchers actually, Canyon Wright and Cooper Cordright, to throw a 3-inning no-hitter. No hits allowed for Rayville. Just the 2 base runners reached on walks, and that was Riley Chappelle. And then here at the end, K.D. Lawrence. Chappelle was caught stealing on a good throw down by Cody Davis. For the Warriors, it was walks and hit by pitches in this one. A couple of big base hits in the game. Canyon Wright delivering the biggest blow via the bat, and that was every Warrior reached tonight. Every Warrior scored tonight, and just one of those efforts. Now, looking ahead, big tournament action over the weekend. You'll have to be on the road with your Warriors as they go down to that big tournament in Gaydon. We'll be back next week for coverage back here at the Burn.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's been, just a big night. And not saying that we expected this to happen in this one, but you knew that everything was lining up for an opportunity, Chuck, for this to happen.
Yeah, they come in. You can see they struggled, so don't know if they've had some changes over the beginning of their season or whatnot. But tough night for the Hornets there from Rayville, but good game for the get some practice in for your Warriors here at Grace Christian.
Hornets fall to 2-4. We told you that out of 2A. That is the Rayville Hornets. Grace Christian will move to 9-1 on the season. Only blemish was that loss open Oakdale, and that still burns in the minds of Coach Josh Brown and the entire Warrior group out here. But going to wrap things up from Merrill Blackburn Field tonight. For my executive producer, Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann. Till we see you next time, God bless you all, and good night.